He won an Empire Award for his performance, in addition to sharing in several outstanding ensemble cast awards, including a Screen Actors Guild Award. He reprised his role of Gollum in The Hobbit: An Unexpected Journey, as well as tackling second unit directing duties on the film. And he recently announced he will direct an adaptation of Rudyard Kipling's The Jungle Book for Warner Brothers. Please welcome Andy Serkis to the stage.
There's about 10 billion things I could say about Peter Jackson. Unfortunately, I've only got 2 minutes. It was said on the schedule you've got 2 minutes to say everything you can about Peter Jackson. So, and Pete's got a 3-minute speech to come afterwards, so I've got to do this very quickly. I have to wear glasses. So, Pete, at the end of principal photography of the Lord of the Rings trilogy, you signed a poster for me, which had on it, "Hey Andy, thanks for all the fun, and for all the fun to come, ... I had no idea how meaningful those dots were to be in the following 15 years. But look, before I ever met you, I had watched Heavenly Creatures, and I was so incredibly affected by it. It was such a powerful, it was such an inspiring film, and I remember thinking, that is how you make a movie. That's it. That's how you move a camera around and get scenes, and that's how you act, and that's how you direct actors. That's the way to make movies like this. It was kind of, it was a way I'd never experienced before. It was like a heightened sort of poetic honesty, I suppose, cinematic honesty, and I've never experienced the like before. So then our paths crossed when I met you in London at the American Church in Tottenham Court Road with Fran, and I knew almost immediately that there was, well, I knew that I'd be spending a considerable amount of time during the rest of my life working with you. It was just very, very clear and obvious, and I felt a huge amount of affection for you immediately. You offered me an amazing challenge. You said that you weren't sure exactly how we were going to achieve what we wanted to do, but it would be fun. And the next thing I remember was being halfway up a mountain in a green unitard in front of 200 very hard-ass Kiwi crew and 6,000 feet up, and Pete, you were laughing at me, and that was fun for you. And I mean, I never even knew what the word unitard meant until I met you, so thank you for that. In the 15 years that have passed, you brought much needed magic, mystery, cinematic poetry, creative ambition, and most of all joy to the film industry and to the world. The passion that you had as a 7-year-old boy who cut up his mother's stole to make a stop-motion puppet for the first your remakes of King Kong is still infectious, and it's still irrepressible as ever. You really are genuinely one of the greatest filmmakers on the planet. A genuine, bona fide, no bullshit visionary. Your extraordinary leadership, your forensic thinking, your attention to detail, pioneering, fearless risk-taking, and your work ethic are matched only by your sense of mischief and anarchy. You really are the most incredible human being, a generous, honest storyteller. Your generosity is always extended beyond just the making of your films and beyond your collaborators, as evidenced by single-handedly creating a culture whereby you involve your entire audience around the world in every aspect of the filmmaking process, so that they also feel part of the family, and you allow them to invest their passion. You have taught all your followers that filmmaking is a process that marries tireless endeavour and graft with the fact that it works at its best when it's intertwined with living. And your capacity for that is huge. I mean, who else could possibly, and I include Fran and Philippa at this point, who else could possibly make a trilogy of films on this scale while simultaneously combating the Arkansas justice system, freeing 3 wrongly accused men after 18 years of imprisonment, building a world-class aviation museum, whilst developing projects and technologies to make cinema more exciting and immersive, ensuring the future of the New Zealand film industry and tourism industry, as well as being the most incredible devoted parent. Pete, it gives me such pleasure on behalf of all your casts, all your crews, all your collaborators, the thousands of people whom you've given employment to, the millions of fans worldwide, and the generations of future watchers who you will continue to thrill for decades. We thank you from the bottom of our hearts for all the fun, and for all the fun to come.
Thank you, Andy. let me acknowledge a few of the cast members from The Hobbit who are here today in support of Peter Jackson. Please acknowledge Walk of Famer Orlando Bloom. And his star is down by Madame Tussauds, just a little to the west of us. We also have Richard Armitage, Evangeline Lilly, Lee Pace, and Elijah Wood. Welcome. Well, at this time, it's a great pleasure for me to bring up our council member for Hollywood, who represents the Walk of Fame,